the world is restless. You can feel it in the air. The headlines are filled with uncertainty, chaos, and conflicts that shake the foundations of our reality. The world is inundated with conflicting beliefs and opinions, creating mass disharmony and divisiveness. The lack of tolerance, acceptance, and shared common goals is causing undue stress in the world. Sometimes it feels as though the world is waiting for something either catastrophic or extraordinary to happen. Some of the world's religions wait for a saviour or an avatar, while some wait for the end of the world. Is it the end of the world? Or perhaps the end of the world as we know it, and a beginning of a new one? Throughout time, individuals have expanded their consciousness beyond the physical world and had heightened life experiences. Many such enlightened teachers have stepped forward from all cultures and traditions to teach and promote new ideas and methods of living. The Buddha, Jesus Christ, and Krishna are prime examples of these highly advanced souls in the evolution of human consciousness that is meant for everyone. In the world we live in now, with ever-reaching technology and information sharing, profound wisdom can be gained in the blink of an eye. For the first time in humanity's history, this opens the possibility of a world teacher stepping forward as a representative for all humanity, one who belongs to no race or religion, but to all humanity. If such a teacher were to step forward today, thanks to the worldwide streaming of information, such a highly advanced soul could have a massive impact on the world. Are all religions correct in their idea of a coming one, such as the reappearance of Christ, the reincarnation of the Buddha, the Imam Mahdi, or the Kalki avatar? A universal fact about the world is that energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. This is the fundamental mechanism of reincarnation, that the human soul cannot be destroyed. So this begs the question, if the soul of the Buddha or Christ never indeed died, then where are they now? To answer this question, perhaps we need to ask another question. What is the destiny of the human soul? If the soul evolves over time, just as everything evolves over time in the physical world, what would the next step naturally be? The ageless wisdom states that we live in a living cosmos, and that spirit or energy is the force that animates all life. Perhaps the soul or spirit of the Buddha and Christ never really died and now exist in the spiritual kingdom. This begs another question. Might the spirit of the Buddha or the Christ return to live among men one more time? Earlier it was mentioned that energy cannot be destroyed. That is a universal law. Another universal law is that opposite polarities attract. Based on that law, if our world has sunken into a state of negativity, chaotic patterns, and disarray, a positive polarity of such extremes is attracted. Perhaps that could mean the world teacher or the avatar. Different religions and belief systems have varying ways of viewing the timeline of the universe and of creation. Some religions have adopted a linear cosmology, while other religions have adopted a cyclical cosmology. Linear cosmologies, as found in Abrahamic religions like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, depict the universe as having a definite beginning or creation and moving toward a final, ultimate end, such as Judgment Day, Qiyamah, or the Apocalypse. In this view, the universe was created once, and over time, morality declines while immorality grows into humanity's downfall and ultimately the end of the world. Christianity refers to this as the end times in the book of Revelation, the Great Tribulation, Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, a time of suffering before the establishment of a new order. Islam refers to this as the end of days, Akhir al-Zaman, the days before Judgment Day, Qiyamah. Cyclical cosmologies such as those in Hinduism, Buddhism, and many other traditions view time as an endless cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. These beliefs say that the universe moves through eras in which morality gradually declines, while immorality grows. However, this does not lead to the absolute end of the world. Instead, it marks the end of an era, after which righteousness rises again. In cyclical cosmologies, the world does not end. Rather, the state of the world of that time ends, paving the path for a renewed and better world. In Hindu scriptures, especially in the Vishnu Purana, Book 4, Chapter 24, time is described as cyclical, moving through 4 repeating ages known as the Yugas, each experiencing a gradual decline in morality and spirituality. The cycle begins with the Satyuga, the Golden Age, where righteousness is at its peak, people live in harmony, and truth prevails. Over time, morality declines through the Treta Yuga and the Dwapar Yuga as ego, conflict, and material desires grow. Finally, the cycle reaches Kali Yuga, the Dark Age, where righteousness is at its weakest. Corruption and greed dominate, and spiritual wisdom is largely forgotten. The Vishnu Puran describes the Kali Yuga as such. The people of the Kali Yuga are misguided by the influence of time, restless by nature, full of lusty desires, extremely sinful, very proud and violent, even to their own parents. The bonds of family will weaken, parents will be disrespected, and people will only care for their immediate desires. In the Kali age, wealth will be the only sign of nobility, and virtue will be determined solely by one's wealth. These people are cruel by nature and fond of gratifying their bellies and their genitals, and are always engaged in sinful acts. The people of the Kali Yuga are accustomed to go to great lengths to groom their hair, wear the best clothes, and decorate themselves with costly ornaments. They prioritize superficial looks over inner morality and righteousness. Beauty will replace purity of heart, and deception will be considered wisdom. Thieves will become kings, and rulers will exploit their people instead of serving them. Those with money and power will control justice, and those without will be oppressed. In ancient Greek mythology, time is described as cyclic too. The Golden Age was a time of peace and harmony with the gods, while the Silver Age saw a decline in virtue and shorter lives. The Bronze Age was marked by violence and destruction, followed by the Heroic Age, where great heroes like those of the Trojan War lived but still faced moral challenges. The final Iron Age, the current age, is one of suffering, greed, and extreme moral decay. This progression mirrors the decline seen in the Hindu concept of Kali Yuga. which is believed to eventually lead to renewal and the start of a new, righteous, golden age. A universal law is that opposite polarities attract. Based on that law, why would our world today be any different? If and when our world has sunken into a state of negativity, chaos, and disarray, a positive polarity of such extremes is attracted. Perhaps that could mean the world teacher or the avatar. An astrological age is a time period which, according to astrology, parallels major changes in the development of human society, culture, history, and politics. There are 12 astrological ages corresponding to the 12 zodiac signs in the Western astrology. One cycle of the 12 astrological age is called a great year, as was described by the Greek philosopher Plato. A great year was described to comprise just under 26,000 years. We are currently entering a new age, the age of Aquarius. We are transitioning from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. The sign of Aquarius, the water bearer, symbolizes carrying the water of the world. Every major astrological transition in the past has been accompanied by an avatar or teacher who sets the rhythm and sets the tone for the coming age. Could this current transition from Pisces to Aquarius be the first to produce a world teacher known to all humanity? This would seem appropriate, given the current state of the world, fully interconnected. Biblical scriptures say, "When you enter the city, a man will meet you carrying a pitcher of water into the city. Follow him into the house that he enters." The sign of Aquarius, the water bearer, symbolizes carrying the water of the world. Now, we arrive at the heart and soul of this presentation, the revelation of the coming one and his daunting mission to guide mankind into the Aquarian age. We do not know the means of how World Teacher will appear. We do not know which date or the time when the World Teacher will appear. It is not known the name or title that the World Teacher will use. But if we reference scripture and the work of Master Dwalhul, a member of the spiritual hierarchy and a teacher of the ageless wisdom, and his amanuensis Alice Bailey, who have written extensively on the subject in the 1900s, we learn that humanity needs to do the required work to invoke the World Teacher. This includes a measure of peace within the world and the principles of sharing, at least partially implemented in the world affairs. The Agni Yoga scriptures have also spoken extensively on the coming one and the new age that shall be ushered in by him. The Aquarian avatar does not come to fix our problems for us, but to instead show us how to fix our problems for ourselves. He comes to show us the art of living and how to create a more prosperous and happy civilization through the sharing of the world's resources and teaching us to recognize that we are all one family as humanity. Essentially showing us the blueprint for a better world. His teachings are described to rejuvenate our world and to help elevate our consciousness to heightened levels and bring us new perceptions on life and the true purpose of life. But humanity needs to do the preliminary work beforehand, and matters must be made ready and receptacles prepared so that when the power comes, it shall benefit the world, not shatter it. Nation by nation, race by race, person by person, the world must prepare and the ball must at least get rolling in the right direction to bring about the world teacher. Given the current state of the world, fully interconnected and with advanced information sharing, the possibility of a world teacher seems appropriate. In the Hindu texts, the Kalki avatar is prophesied to arrive to rejuvenate existence by ending the darkest period of adharma, that is unrighteousness, and restoring dharma, that is righteousness. The Kalachakra Tantra of Tibetan Buddhism also speaks of Kalki, but calls him by a different name, the Maitreya Buddha. It is not known the name the world teacher will take, but his title will be the Lord Maitreya, the Maitreya Buddha, the return of Christ, or Kalki. Whatever his name or title is, he will be a teacher and a guide, a simple man who will speak from his heart, but a heart that is illuminated by the fiery will of God.